YouTube paid $6 billion to the music industry.
Since the same time last year, you have some new YouTube figures. What are they?
Yes, YouTube announced this week that they paid out over $6 billion to the music industry between July 2021 and June 2022.
How much more is that over the previous cycle?
So the previous cycle, they paid out $4 billion. So they bumped up by $2 billion. And we're seeing more people putting out more music, streaming more everywhere in the world, but in particular, Jamaica.
Where is the money going?
The money is going to the rights holders. The money is being split by artists, rights holders, publishers.
Hello, mate. Monday in your place.
So there are some figures for Jamaican artists that are of particular interest. Who are they?
Skeng is the top artist with 100 million streams between September last year and September this year, followed by Chronic Law at number 2 with 96.6 million, Massacre number 3 with 72.4, Vibes Cartel bumped down to number 4 with 60 million, and he has been a leader over the years. Since 2018 he was at the top, but more artists coming in. Squash is at number 5, Jashi's at number 6, Jashi's a newcomer, so is Skeng, Alkaline at number 7, Intense at number 8, Tommy Lee Sparta at number 9, and TJ is the 10th most streamed artist on YouTube over the last year. They're dropping more music, they're dropping more videos and more streams, and that equals to money because YouTube pays you $18 thereabout per 1,000 streams. So rights holders, video producers, video makers, anybody who own the music and music video on YouTube, they do get paid.
What were some of the other interesting figures you picked up?
So it's not just artists making money from YouTube. They have what's called user-generated content, and this drove up over 30% of the payouts to artists, songwriters, rights holders for a second year in a row. YouTube Shorts, which are short versions of the videos, they're competing with TikTok and Instagram for stories, but they now have Shorts, and Shorts generated over 30 billion views per day.
So what does this tell us about the impact of YouTube?
It tells us that YouTube is the money maker for the music industry in Jamaica. Artists need a YouTube strategy, content creators need a YouTube strategy, even media houses need a YouTube strategy. If you make any kind of content, apply your YouTube strategy, get some of that 12 billion, which it might be next year, because the more you put out is the more potential you have to increase the income in Jamaica and elsewhere.
Women missing from the 10.
Yeah, they're missing, and that's because the market that they're focused on might be overseas. Shensia's last couple of songs were targeted at another audience. Jamaica didn't really catch on to Obsessed with Calvin Harris and Charlie Puth, and her other singles didn't really hit as much as Lighter did years ago. As for Spice, Some Me Like It is her biggest song. Jada Kingdom just dropped GPP, that wouldn't be calculated in last year's amount, but women are doing their thing, they're just not putting out as much music as they were doing 2 years ago.
So just break it down. When people talk about streams, how does that benefit the actual singer, DJ, vocalist?
So streams benefit the rights holder, but just like when the music business was cassettes, CDs, record players, the person who owns the master recording, the person who owns the publishing, they make the bulk of the money. Artists make most of their money from shows. Now, if your music is streaming en masse, of course we expect when you go out on the road, unless you buy your streams, to have that kind of feedback. But rights holders are the people who benefit the most. If the artist is the rights holder, of course he's gonna make money.
You told me that Stefflon Don owned her own masters. How unusual is that in the music business?
Yes, Stefflon Don told me personally that she owns her masters, and this is unprecedented. I would love to see more women and men doing those kinds of deals in the music industry, but more than likely Stefflon Don went to the label with something. She went to them, showed them her marketing plan, showed them that she's the beautiful, sexy, marketable person that she is. Plus, Stefflon Don makes hits, and that might be leverage enough for her to improve on her negotiation skills and get what she wants.
Her Island 54 album will be a dancehall album.
Yes, it's a dancehall heavy album, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see some international collabs because Stefflon Don is a billion streaming artist. Her top song is actually a Latin song with Louis Fonsi, having over 400 million streams.
Top streaming songs of all time. Any Jamaicans there?
Yes, Cutty Ranks has the number 6 most streamed song ever on YouTube with El Chombo Dame Tu Cosita, and that song was released 4 years ago, just when we started World Music Views. And you remember that song went to number 1 with the alien dancing in the desert. That's the number 6 most streamed song in the world. Still reggaeton, still dancehall. Cutty Ranks, big up.
How many streams?
4 billion streams worldwide.
And as far as Jamaican all-time best streaming songs are...
So Skeng has the 2 most streamed songs in Jamaica. Gunman Shift at number 2, beating Coffee, beating Ritical, and Protocol is at number 1. Ritical has the 3rd most streamed song in Jamaica. Ja Vinci's Virgin, which was the year-end top song, is number 4. Jash's Born Fighter is at number 5. Skillibeng's Crocodile Teeth, Shensia Lighter at 7. Skeng Heaven Passport again at number 8. Jash's Cream of the Crop up number 9. And 450's Journey is the number 10th most streamed song in Jamaica of all time. And these are streams that happen in Jamaica. That's what we mean by of all time in Jamaica.
And these numbers are going to change because that's now the nature of the game.
So it might change, but what's interesting is that a lot of these artists came into the music business only last year. So that's impressive that they're racking up the streams, they're putting up their numbers, and they're doing their shows and doing what they need to do in the music business.
And YouTube is delivering.
And YouTube is delivering, and according to Leo Cohen, YouTube is paying.